Welcome back, everybody. It's been a long time since we've made a video, but here we are. The NFL draft is coming up soon, so might as well get a first mock draft out and our only mock draft out. So we're just going to hop right into it. Cincinnati Bengals, this is a slam dunk pick. I picked them with going for Joe Burrow. I mean, the only knock on this guy is that he's 24 years old. That's about it.
I mean, what else can you really say? He had a historic season. The dude's a winner. He's a proven winner, but can he go into Cincinnati and turn them around? Because that team needs help bad.
Yeah. And then at 2, the Redskins, you picked Chase Young. So,
I mean, pretty much 1A, 1B in the draft. I mean, it's pretty hard to knock against a quarterback because, if a team needs a quarterback, that's what they're going with at number 1 overall.
Yeah.
But realistically, you would not meet any draft expert or any person that even watched college football and say, hey, you can't not take Chase Young at number 1.
Yeah, I mean...
Because really, Cincinnati has, like I said, 1A, 1B. They have no wrong answer here. They either get their quarterback of the future or they get perhaps the most dominant defensive player in the past decade. So
yeah, but those top 2 picks are slam dunks.
I think they're locked in at this point. Really, number 3 is where the draft starts.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason why it's like where the draft starts is whether or not the Lions are willing to trade down or not. But in this scenario, I don't have them trading down, and I'm having them take Jeff Okudah out of Ohio State. Great corner.
Do you really think this isn't a bad decision because they just gave away Darius Slay?
Yeah.
Yes, you got Desmond Trufant from Atlanta, but
that's not that much.
He's not a top 15 corner. Mm-hmm. He's not going to lock it down. Teams aren't going to, plan against him. But you get Okudah. I mean, this dude has freaky skills. Even you can consider him one of the best cornerback prospects of the past decade.
Yeah.
So, Ohio State was loaded.
Yeah. 2 players going 2 and 3. Moving on then.
And really they had Joe Burrow at one point too.
Yeah.
So
moving on to 4, you had the Giants taking Tristan Wirfs.
See, the only reason I say this, and I'm sure, anybody watching this that knows anything about football would say, why do you not have Isaiah Simmons here? The Giants need a lot of things.
Yeah.
But they pretty much put their franchise in the hands of Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley. And if those 2 can't get protected or a running lane, what's the use of having them?
I mean, they just need to beef up that offensive line because it's straight garbage.
Yeah. Wirfs he's an athlete. I mean, he had some unreal combine performance. I like him a little bit over Becton and Andrew Thomas. But, yeah, so I said the Giants take a tackle here, and it's worse. So
at 5, the Dolphins. Everybody has them going with 2. I don't. I'm having them going with the cannon of an arm in Justin Herbert. There was a video of his pro day where he was just flat-footed, and he threw for like 63 yards.
Yeah, I mean, he's a baller. Are you one of those that's like negative Tua, like you think the injury concerns are real?
The injury concerns definitely do scare me a lot.
Now, it is a hip. I mean, it was a hip injury.
And, another thing is, okay, yeah, it's a hip injury. He's also a mobile quarterback. But not only that, but I don't want this to be a knock against him, but he's a lefty. So everything switches then.
Yeah, you have to, his receivers are going to have to adjust to it, so.
Yeah.
And that's why, with the next pick, I do have the Chargers taking the gamble on Tua. Because, okay, Tyrod Taylor, the dude can win you games, okay? He's not going to turn the ball over.
No.
But he's not going to lead you to the playoffs.
No, not at all. He'll get you to 6 and 10.
Yeah, he'll have like a 18-5 touchdown interception ratio, but he's not explosive. His better years are behind him. I feel for him, though, but the Chargers need to take a risk here because that team is too good not to be competing for the playoffs.
Yeah, I completely agree.
So
next up, we got the Panthers. Isaiah Simmons, perfect fit here. You lost Luke Kuechly last year. You get Isaiah Simmons. It's ideal.
He falls right into their lap. I mean, I think any Panther fans out there, you should be happy with the mock draft, and I think you would want it to play out this way. But is it likely? Probably not.
Yeah.
Because, like we said, with Detroit trading out, I feel like whoever trades into that spot is looking at Simmons.
Or, I mean, whoever.
Because he's the most versatile player in the draft. And honestly, I'm going to just go out and say it. I think he's going to have a better career than Chase Young.
Wow, that's bold.
The dude plays everywhere. I mean, hey, they're both winners.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. But Chase Young is more of a pure pass rush, just going to bully the offensive line. But there were times last year that Isaiah Simmons played cornerback. So the dude's pretty athletic. But so Carolina gets a gem.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And then at 8, Arizona got DeAndre Hopkins somehow. But now you have them taking a tackle. You got them taking Mekhi Becton.
Yeah. Well, Becton stays a Cardinal because he goes from Louisville to Arizona. Yes, I do agree that you can work on the defense here. But Kyler Murray ran for his life last year. And if you get him just that extra step of help now with Hopkins and a loaded receiver core,
yeah,
good luck.
Yeah.
And it's too high to take a running back. So, way, way too high.
At 9, the Jacksonville Jaguars, I have them taking defensive tackle Derek Brown out of Auburn. I mean, you've lost like everybody on defense. You need to try and regain Saxonville somehow.
Yeah, really, Jacksonville could go anywhere from defensive line, secondary,
O-line, wide receiver,
yeah,
corner, safety. They could use
but they believe
everything.
in Minshew, so. And I've also heard they've been trying to trade Fournette, so
yeah. So who knows what's going on
maybe
there?
they'll get some extra capital there, but they ain't getting a first rounder from him. So,
all right. Well, moving on, the Cleveland Browns. You have them taking Andrew Thomas.
yeah, here's another team that really. I hate to say it, but Cleveland's good. They have some talent across the board, and really the offensive line was the part that struggled last year. They need outside help though, because they didn't have it. And Thomas is a big boy. He'll fill that need pretty easily.
Yeah, well, now at 11, this is where the first wide receiver goes, and this is where the string of wide receiver begins. But the New York Jets, I have them taking Henry Ruggs. Now, he's not the best wide receiver out of this class, but he is the fastest. And therefore, I think the Jets are going to value speed because they will see what Tyreek does. And I think they're going to go with Henry Ruggs instead of the better wide receivers.
Now, I'm pretty sure, I would agree that this is what the Jets are looking at. Like, this is what they see. I don't think we agree because...
No, I don't agree with this at all.
You have Lamb and Judy, who are just pure skill receivers, over Ruggs, who's a speed guy. But does Darnold have the same arm strength that Mahomes does?
Heck no. There's no way.
Yeah.
Darnold sees ghosts.
You have to kind of compare the two and say, Darnold needs that receiver that's going to get every ball that he pretty much throws.
Yeah.
And I don't think Ruggs is that guy.
No. Ruggs is a burner.
So, yeah.
And then at 12, the now Las Vegas Raiders will be taking CeeDee Lamb.
Yep. Agree or disagree, I think Lamb is the best receiver in this draft. Size, technical skills, speed. He's going to be a good receiver. And
yeah. This this wide receiver class in general is probably one of the better ones that we've seen in a long time.
It's going to compete with that 2014 class for some pure talent. But I think Lamb is he's the best pure receiver. Derek Carr, I mean, you need to pick up something because everybody doesn't. There's half the fans believe in you, half of them don't. You get a guy like this, if you don't perform, then yeah, you're out. But this guy could be your best friend or I guess your worst enemy too.
And then the 49ers, coming off a Super Bowl loss, get my personal favorite wide receiver out of this class. I think he has the best hands in the class, Jerry Jeudy.
I mean, this is just like, could you imagine Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch saying Jerry Jeudy is available somehow?
Yeah.
Now,
I mean,
granted,
just getting
you got this pick from Indianapolis because you gave up DeForest Buckner.
But hey, that's perfectly okay because that D-line's still insane.
Oh, yeah. 100%. But now you get arguably the best receiver in the class to pair with Jimmy G in that, explosive offense. So,
yeah, good luck stopping them.
Even harder to stop.
And then Buccaneers, their big acquisition free agent was Tom Brady. But instead of helping that offense, you have them helping out their corner and taking C.J. Henderson.
Yeah, Tampa Bay's had a really hard time taking corners. I mean, Vernon Hargreaves, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That was an experiment gone wrong. See, I think, granted, I don't really see Tampa as keeping this pick.
Okay.
I just kind of say they went best available here. I mean, that defense could always use help. Yeah, they were excellent in the run game, but I think they could use some air help because their pass defense was pretty pathetic. So,
yeah.
I'll go.
At 15, Denver Broncos. Now, someone could say, take a wide receiver here. I personally don't believe that. I have them taking D-tackle, Javon Kinlaw. I mean, pairing that up with Von Miller and Bradley Chubb, I think that's going to be a dominant defensive line.
Yeah.
So.
Not much. Like I said with you, like you said, the receiver is a thought here. But you got Cortland Sutton already.
Yeah, you have Cortland Sutton. Corner could be
he's your number one.
Yeah.
So you're not drafting for number one. You're just drafting a complementary piece. And I think the middle of the first round's a little too early for that.
Yeah. I could see corner going here as well. But you do have AJ Boye.
But they did just get Boye.
Yeah. So I think that's perfectly okay to go Kinlaw. And then at 16, the Falcons, you have them taking linebacker Patrick Queen.
Yeah. So, like we mentioned earlier, I would like Atlanta to jump up and get a corner.
Mm-hmm.
Try to take Henderson early. Just see wherever you can get it. That's who I think perfectly fits them. The reason I say Queen is because he could be your Vic Beasley replacement, kind of.
Okay.
It's not going to be right away because, Beasley really didn't do much. He had that one good year. And then, it's boom or bust with these edge rusher, outside linebacker kind of things. So, But LSU produced a lot. So let's see if Atlanta can strike gold here.
Now, next up, we got the Cowboys, and I finally have them taking some secondary help, and I have them taking from Alabama, Xavier McKinney.
Yeah, first safety off the board. Are you comfortable with that?
Yeah, because I just question Grant Delpit's tackling ability.
Yeah. Now, early on, before the season even started, Delpit was
a top 5 pick, arguably.
Yeah, he was in contention for number 1, really. But you don't take a safety number 1. McKinney, don't really have much tape on him.
Mm-hmm.
But he played for Alabama, so really few and far between bad prospects from Alabama. So
All right. I mean, another potential option would be the Cowboys trading this pick away to get Jamal Adams. Obviously, would have
because
to.
the Jets would probably be stupid enough to do that.
I mean, there have been reports of them trying to trade Jamal Adams, so
yeah,
could
and
be.
Dallas has been that destination for a while. So
yeah. So next up, we got the Miami Dolphins, their second pick, and you have them taking Clavon Chasen.
Yeah. Now, okay, maybe somehow, some way, one of those first three receivers is here. That's who you should go with, but get defensive help while you can.
Yeah.
Because really, who was the good player on the Dolphins last year?
Nope, nobody. Mike Gesicki,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah. So that's really the only position they don't need to draft. So I like him here. So
next up,
plus that name though. I mean, come on.
Next up,
That's
we
a
got the
pretty dope
Raiders. They're taking cornerback Christian Fulton. Secondary's kind of bad. That improves.
So
nothing much needs to be said there. Next up, we got Jags. You have them taking Jeff Gladney. So
yeah, the dude. Not many people talk about him. I've heard Daniel Jeremiah really likes this guy. Daniel Jeremiah is a draft expert, by the way, on NFL Network. If you don't know that, pretty smart guy. He's from a bigger conference. I mean, from the few little snippets I saw of him, I think he's worth it. So.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Plus, that secondary needs help. So
yeah. Next up, Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, they have one need basically only, and that's wide receiver. And,
and I think you gave them the perfect piece.
I gave them Justin Jefferson.
I mean, if I was Philly, I'd be praising the Lord if he's there.
Yeah, if they had any wide receiver help last year, they would probably be, I don't know, maybe challenging the 49ers in the NFC Championship game.
Yeah. Yeah, because, I mean, my gosh, you got Dropsy, Nelson Aguilar, he's gone.
Yep.
Alshon Jeffrey couldn't really stay healthy.
Yeah.
He's gone. So,
yeah.
Carson Wentz just needs a receiver. Come on.
I mean,
the dude's a good quarterback.
He's got two good tight ends.
Like, Jared Goff is not that great of a player, and he got a massive contract because he played well but look who he had.
Yeah. Next up, you had the Vikings taking A.J. Epineza.
Yep.
To hopefully replace Everson Griffin.
I mean, you lose Everson Griffin willingly, though.
Yeah.
You're the ones that cut him. So, you need somebody, again, because Daniil Hunter is insane. Pair him with this young gun. I mean, Epineza he's a good pass rusher, so...
he kind of reminds me a lot of Trey Flowers. That he's not going to
let's hope he doesn't turn out to be Trey Flowers.
He is not going to get that a lot of sacks, but he'll get a lot of quarterback pressures.
Now, are you saying that because, granted, Trey Flowers had some great years in New England, but he had some people around him that helped him out a lot?
Yeah.
Now, would you say Epineza is going to get that same kind of production with Daniil Hunter on the other side?
Yeah, probably, if not a little bit better. I mean,
yeah,
I think he's a really...
Daniil Hunter, you need two people on him, so...
Yeah, I think A.J. Epineza is a really good run stopper, too, so...
Yeah, and, I mean, they lost Linval Joseph, so...
Yeah.
I got that D-line.
At 23, the Patriots, this is an uncommon pick, but I have them taking linebacker Kenneth Murray. I mean, this position is arguably the... Honestly, you can say every position is a need for the Patriots.
Yeah, right at this point.
Yeah, and you lose Kyle Van Noy, you lose Jamie Collins. You need to replace them with a solid linebacker, and Kenneth Murray fits the bill.
And, hey, he can learn under Hightower, too, so...
Yeah. And then the Saints, you have them taking Laviska Shenault, getting the wide receiver number 2.
So, yeah, I mean, really 5 receivers in the first round, that's pretty unheard of.
Well, we still have some more coming up yet.
Yeah. Well, but, Michael Thomas had has had so many catches over the past couple years. I don't understand how defenses aren't keying in on him. But you give Drew Brees a capable enough number 2 aside from Thomas, I mean, good luck.
Yeah, seriously.
So,
and then speaking of another wide receiver, this team, the Vikings, they traded Stephon Diggs to the Bills. They recoup a wide receiver by getting T. Higgins. Not exactly the same built, but hopefully a replacement.
Big guy, though.
Yeah.
I like it, though.
2 tight end set, 2 wide receivers. I don't know.
Yeah.
Next up, the Dolphins, their 3rd pick. You have them going with Jonathan Taylor, the first running back off the board.
Yeah. The Dolphins need to address offense.
They did pick up Jordan Howard, but, Howard's okay.
You need that. Howard will come in for those maybe 3rd down plays.
Yeah.
He wants to pound the ball, but he's not anything special. Jonathan Taylor looks special, was a Heisman candidate. Dude, I mean, he had some insane stats. If you want to go look them up, it's unbelievable. But yeah, I think they could use it here. Just get that all-around crazy. You need offense, and so
they need everything. But next up, the Seahawks losing Jadeveon Clowney. Well, so far at least, we don't know yet where he's going to be going.
We'll predict it. We'll say they will.
Yeah. We're getting his replacement in Yetur Gross-Matos. Good edge rush off of him. Maybe a good replacement.
Have you noticed that about half these picks are either receivers or edge rushers?
Yeah, it's kind of insane.
With a few tackles thrown in there, I mean, you can tell this draft is strictly
it's loaded. Next up, the Baltimore Ravens. You have them taking running back DeAndre Swift.
I will say this. If New England does not take Kenneth Murray like you were predicting, that's who I will have them taking.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they are dead set on an inside linebacker of some sort. So maybe even a guy like Zach Bond could go here. But they get their running back of the future because Mark Ingram's not getting any younger. Yes, he still produces, but add a DeAndre Swift type of player who is athletic. I mean, he is a speedster. You add him with Lamar Jackson.
It's pretty insane. Next up, the Titans. They've lost some corners in this free agency. Recruit one back by getting Trevon Diggs in this draft class. Not too shabby work for the Titans.
Yeah, I mean, this could be a little bit. I mean, by the time we get in the late first round, you got some possible stretches going here. Probably some teams trading up.
Yeah.
You got teams that don't have a first round pick like the Steelers or even Chicago Bears. Some teams that could just be recruiting some guys that they like. But, yeah, the Titans, I mean, it's a good pick because their offense is set.
Yeah.
Great. Maybe tight end, but tight end's a little bit of a reach in the first round.
Tight end's a reach in this draft. Next up, the Packers. You have them taking quarterback Jordan Love. I mean, this is a great pick because you got a guy that's got a cannon of an arm, and he's learning after Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, just Aaron Rodgers transitions into what Brett Favre did for him. So but I think it's too good to pass up.
Tremendous pick there. And then 31, I have the 49ers taking safety Grant Delpit. I know he's slipped a bit, but this would be absolutely insane if they got Delpit and Jerry Jeudy in this draft class.
Yeah, after just losing the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So, props to them.
And then the last pick in our mock draft, you had the Chiefs, and you have them taking A.J. Terrell, cornerback.
Simply because offense is loaded. Defense could use maybe that one little thing. So, I know Terrell's really a stretch. They probably like some other guys better, but could always use a corner. because really you lost Kendall Fuller.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have Tyrann Mathieu as a safety, but like
you need decent amount of secondary.
Get that guy that can be there, come in, be an enforcer. He's pretty decent, I'd say.
Yeah, but this one wraps this one up. Stay safe, everybody.
Please stay safe. It is scary out there. But I would like to add one more thing. I know, so your team has a first-round pick, New England. My team and the Steelers, we traded that first-round pick for Minkah Fitzpatrick. Granted, I am perfectly A-okay with that because anybody we would be taking at 18 is not what Minkah showed. But at 49, which is when the Steelers pick first and their only pick in the top 100, I've heard Jalen Hurts, but the guy that I want is Jalen Reagor, receiver from TCU, if he falls. But like we said, receiver's pretty deep, so anybody would be good there. So, but yeah, this wraps it up. Please stay safe.
We'll see you guys next time. Don't know when that'll be, but we'll see you next time.